When the U.S. created the object to go out into space, they needed to figure out ways to make the trip as safe as possible. NASA started to create many useful inventions to asset them in the space race. To start off, NASA invented scratch-resistant lenses. They created a special plastic coating on the helmet visor for spacesuits, making the lenses 10 times more scratch-resistant for dirt and particles found in space. Memory foam was also created by NASA. It was created to put in aircraft seats to lessen impact during landings. Another invention was a thermometer that took temperature of stars with infrared technology. The same technology is now used in ear thermometers. Shoe insoles were also created by NASA. They were put in special made boots for the spacesuit for the Apollo missions. The insoles put a spring in the astronaut's step while providing ventilation. One big invention was long-distance telecommunications. They began creating satellites that would communicate with people on the ground about what outer space was like. NASA also created smoke detectors. When the first space station was made, they needed to be alerted if a fire started inside the station. Another key invention was safety grooving. NASA created it to improve safety for aircraft taking off on wet runways. NASA also invented cordless tools so astronomers could collect samples of rocks and soil from the moon. Another invention made was water filters. The purpose of the filter was so the astronauts could avoid sickness while out on missions. They also wanted to know how to clean water in more extreme situations and keep it clean for longer periods of time. Warp 10 was also created by NASA to help grow plants on their space station and in space shuttles. It is now used in the medical field. Emulsify zero-valent iron was invented by NASA when they realized that harmful chemicals were being released from the engine fuel and damaging the environment. The iron helped reduce the effect of the harmful chemicals. NASA also recreated Mylar. Mylar was used to protect the spacecraft from the temperatures of the sun. It is now used on every satellite, telescope, and spacecraft that go out into space. It is also used for home installation. And finally, NASA came up with anti-icing systems. It was put in spacecrafts to be protected from the temperatures of the moon. It is now in airplanes as well. Technical innovations that have been the result of radio astronomy consist of communication antennas, transistor design, cryonic coolers, medic and scientific time and frequency standards, atomic clocks and gas navigation, precise spacecraft imaging, time and frequency standards, atomic clocks and GPS navigation, precise spacecraft navigation, location of cell phone all calls, laser rangefinders, and Quincy obstacle application. NASA's new Project Nuclear Thermal Rocket Elements Environment Stimulations, or INTREES, is designed to test and stimulate nuclear fuels that could fly us to the red planet and beyond. The Nuclear Cryogenic Propulsion Stage team is tackling a 3-year project to test the vibrant of nuclear propulsion technology. The nuclear engine will heat hydrogen to very high temperatures, which expand through a nozzle to generate thrust. Nuclear engines create more thrust and more effective than chemical engines.